What if I told you that today you could grow something in your own home that's 10 million times more useful to your body than the pills you've been taking? And the trillion-dollar supplement industry hopes you never figure that out? Think about it. 99% of seniors are stuck buying magnesium tablets every month. Same routine, same problems, cramps at night, poor sleep, low energy. And they keep going back for more, thinking the next bottle will fix it. It doesn't. Here's the truth. Your body doesn't respond to pills the way it used to. After 60, absorption drops. Your gut changes. Most of what you swallow either passes through or gives you a weak effect. So you increase the dose and still feel the same. That's not a deficiency problem. That's a delivery problem. And this is where things get uncomfortable. Because there are simple seeds, real, natural, easy to grow, that contain forms of magnesium your body actually recognizes and uses. No brand, no label, no marketing. Just real fuel your system understands immediately. Why don't you hear about this? Because you can grow it yourself. No monthly payment, no dependency. That doesn't fit a trillion-dollar model. I've seen people switch from pills to the right sources, and things change fast. Muscles relax. Sleep gets deeper. Energy comes back. Not slowly, noticeably. In this video, we will reveal 5 powerful seeds you can grow yourself that deliver more usable magnesium than most pills, ranked from the least to the most effective. And the number 1 seed is something almost forgotten, yet it hits your system in a completely different way. References are in the description if you want to check. Before we dive in, here's a quick question. How old are you right now? I read and replied to every single comment, so tell me. Now let's begin with seed number 5. Ignore this, and you'll keep chasing results that never come. Number 5. Sunflower seeds. Let us start with one of the most familiar seeds on this list, and yet one that almost nobody thinks of as a serious source of magnesium. Sunflower seeds contain roughly 128 milligrams of magnesium per quarter cup serving. That is about 30% of the recommended daily intake for most adults in a single handful. To put that in perspective, you would need to take 3 standard magnesium oxide pills to match what 1 small serving of these seeds delivers, and your body would still absorb far less from those pills. A 2012 study published in the journal Nutrients found that food-based magnesium sources had consistently higher bioavailability than supplemental forms because the mineral is bound to organic compounds that your digestive system recognizes and processes efficiently. Sunflower seeds give you that advantage automatically. But magnesium is only part of the story here. These seeds are loaded with vitamin E, one of the most powerful fat-soluble antioxidants your body uses to protect cell membranes from oxidative damage. A single quarter cup provides about 80% of your daily vitamin E needs. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2015 showed that adequate vitamin E intake was associated with a 25% lower risk of cardiovascular events in adults over 60. The selenium content is significant too. Selenium supports thyroid function and plays a direct role in immune defense, both of which become increasingly important as we age. Now here is what makes sunflower seeds truly special for this list. They are one of the easiest plants on earth to grow. You push a seed into soil in late spring, water it occasionally, and within 3 months you have a towering plant producing hundreds of new seeds. 1 single sunflower head can yield up to 2,000 seeds. And the plant drops seeds naturally when the head dries, meaning next year new sunflowers appear without you doing anything at all. That is what self-seeding means. Your magnesium supply literally regenerates itself every season. For preparation, the best approach is to eat them raw or lightly dry roasted at low heat, around 270 degrees for about 15 minutes. High heat and added oils destroy vitamin E and oxidize the healthy fats. Shelling them yourself ensures freshness. You can also soak them overnight in salted water, which activates enzymes and breaks down phytic acid, a compound that otherwise blocks some mineral absorption. After soaking, dehydrate them at low temperature until crisp. This simple step can increase your magnesium absorption by up to 20% according to food science research published in the Journal of Food Science and Technology in 2017. Toss them into salads, blend them into smoothies, or just eat them straight from a bowl while you watch your evening shows. They are delicious, they are cheap, and they regrow without asking permission. And the next seed on our list takes the magnesium content even higher and adds a benefit for your bones that most people have never heard about. Number 4. Sesame seeds. These tiny seeds are ancient nutritional powerhouses that civilizations across Asia, Africa, and the Middle East have relied on for over 5,000 years. A quarter cup of sesame seeds delivers approximately 126 milligrams of magnesium. That is already impressive on its own. But what sets sesame seeds apart is their extraordinary calcium content. That same quarter cup contains nearly 350 milligrams of calcium, which is more than a glass of milk. And here's why that combination matters so much. Magnesium and calcium work together in a very specific biological partnership. Magnesium is what allows calcium to actually enter your bones rather than depositing in your arteries and soft tissues. Without enough magnesium, calcium supplementation can actually become dangerous. A landmark 2013 study published in B&J found that high calcium intake without adequate magnesium was associated with a significantly increased risk of cardiovascular calcification. Sesame seeds solve this problem naturally because they provide both minerals in a balanced ratio that your body can use safely. There is more happening beneath the surface of these seeds, though. Sesame contains unique compounds called lignans, specifically sesamin and sesamol. These lignans have been studied extensively for their effects on liver health and cholesterol metabolism. A 2019 randomized controlled trial published in the Journal of Medicinal Food found that participants who consumed 40 grams of sesame seeds daily for 60 days experienced a 14% reduction in LDL cholesterol and a significant improvement in their LDL to HDL ratio. Another study from the International Journal of Preventive Medicine in 2016 showed that sesame seed consumption lowered markers of systemic inflammation by nearly 20% in adults with osteoarthritis. That is meaningful because chronic low-grade inflammation is now understood to be a driving factor behind almost every age-related disease. Growing sesame is straightforward in warm climates. The plant thrives in heat and poor soil where other crops struggle. It reaches about 3 to 4 feet tall and produces small pods packed with seeds. When the pods dry on the stalk, they split open and scatter seeds into the soil below. That is actually where the famous phrase "open sesame" comes from. The plant literally opens itself and reseeds for the next season. In cooler climates, you can grow sesame in containers and bring them indoors before frost. For maximum benefit, use unhulled sesame seeds because the hull contains most of the calcium and fiber. Tahini, which is ground sesame paste, is one of the easiest and most delicious ways to consume them regularly. Spread it on toast, stir it into oatmeal, or drizzle it over roasted vegetables. Lightly toasting whole seeds in a dry pan for about 3 minutes at medium heat enhances their nutty flavor and improves digestibility without significantly degrading the nutrient content. The key is gentle heat and short duration. These seeds have been sustaining human health since before recorded history, and they ask almost nothing in return. Now, the next seed takes us into territory that might surprise you because most people think of it only as a spice and have no idea how much magnesium it contains. But before we continue, if you have been enjoying the video so far, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss more videos like this. Number 3. Flax seeds. Flax seeds have been cultivated for at least 6,000 years. Ancient Egyptians used them. Hippocrates prescribed them. And modern science has confirmed what our ancestors somehow already knew. A quarter cup of whole flax seeds contains approximately 140 milligrams of magnesium, which already edges past both sunflower and sesame seeds. But flax seeds bring something else to the table that makes them uniquely valuable, especially for older adults. They are the single richest plant source of alpha-linolenic acid, an omega-3 fatty acid that your body converts into the anti-inflammatory compounds EPA and DHA. Most people associate omega-3s with fish oil, but a 2016 meta-analysis published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that flaxseed consumption produced statistically significant reductions in blood pressure, with systolic pressure dropping by an average of nearly 5 millimeters of mercury. That may sound small, but epidemiological data shows that even a 2-point reduction in systolic blood pressure across a population reduces stroke mortality by about 10%. The fiber content in flax seeds is remarkable as well. That same quarter cup provides roughly 7 grams of fiber, with a special emphasis on soluble fiber that forms a gel in your digestive tract. This gel slows the absorption of sugar into your bloodstream. A 2020 study in the journal Nutrition and Metabolism found that participants who added 30 grams of ground flaxseed to their daily diet experienced a 19% reduction in fasting blood glucose after 12 weeks. For anyone managing blood sugar concerns, that is a meaningful change from something you can sprinkle on your morning yogurt. Flax seeds also contain lignans in concentrations up to 800 times higher than any other food. These lignans act as phytoestrogens, which help modulate hormonal balance and have been studied for their potential protective effects against hormone-sensitive conditions. A 2014 review in the journal Cancer Causes and Control found that higher lignan intake was associated with a measurable reduction in risk for several common cancers. Now, for growing, flax is almost absurdly easy. It tolerates poor soil, needs minimal water once established, and produces beautiful blue flowers before going to seed. Each plant produces dozens of small pods containing about 10 seeds each. When the pods dry and turn brown, the seeds scatter naturally into the surrounding soil, creating new plants the following spring without any intervention from you whatsoever. In cooler climates, flax actually thrives. It prefers temperatures between 60 and 70 degrees, which makes it ideal for spring and fall planting. The critical preparation detail with flax seeds is that you must grind them before eating. Whole flax seeds pass through your digestive system essentially intact, meaning you absorb almost nothing. A simple coffee grinder solves this completely. Grind a few tablespoons at a time and store the ground meal in your freezer to prevent the delicate omega-3 fats from oxidizing. Add it to smoothies, oatmeal, soups, or baked goods. 2 tablespoons of ground flaxseed daily is the amount most studies use to produce measurable health improvements. The seed coming up next is one that most people already buy at the grocery store, but have no idea they could grow endlessly in their own backyard with almost zero effort. Number 2. Chia seeds. If you have spent any time looking into healthy foods in the past decade, you have probably heard of chia seeds. But there is a very good chance you do not know just how extraordinary they are when it comes to magnesium. A quarter cup of chia seeds delivers approximately 145 milligrams of magnesium. That alone puts them ahead of most common supplements. But chia seeds also provide a remarkable combination of other minerals that work synergistically with magnesium. That same serving gives you about 177 milligrams of calcium, roughly 240 milligrams of phosphorus, and significant amounts of manganese and zinc. Your body does not use magnesium in isolation. It needs these cofactor minerals present at the same time for hundreds of enzymatic reactions that keep your muscles contracting, your nerves firing, and your heart beating in steady rhythm. A 2017 study published in the Annals of Internal Medicine found that higher dietary fiber intake was associated with significantly lower all-cause mortality, and chia seeds provide 11 grams of fiber per single ounce serving. But the research on chia seeds goes deeper than general nutrition. A 2021 randomized controlled trial published in Nutrition, Metabolism, and Cardiovascular Diseases found that participants who consumed 35 grams of chia seeds daily for 12 weeks experienced significant reductions in waist circumference and improvements in blood markers associated with metabolic syndrome. Another study from the European Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2017 showed that adding chia seeds to meals reduced the post-meal blood sugar spike by up to 39% compared to meals without them. The mechanism is fascinating. When chia seeds contact liquid, they absorb up to 12 times their weight in water, forming a thick gel. This gel physically slows down how quickly carbohydrates break down in your stomach. That means glucose enters your bloodstream gradually rather than in a sudden rush, which reduces the demand on insulin and helps protect your cells from the damaging effects of blood sugar swings over time. Now, here is the part that should excite anyone who likes the idea of growing their own food. Chia plants are native to Central America and thrive in warm conditions, but they grow successfully in containers in almost any climate. The plant reaches about 3 to 5 feet tall and produces lovely purple and white flower spikes. When those flowers dry, each one contains hundreds of tiny chia seeds that fall to the ground and germinate on their own when conditions are right. In frost-free zones, chia will literally reseed itself year after year indefinitely. In colder regions, simply collect the dried flower heads before the first frost, shake the seeds into a jar, and save a portion for replanting next spring. The beauty of chia seeds is that they require almost no preparation to eat. You can sprinkle them dry onto salads or cereal. You can stir them into water or juice and let them gel for 10 minutes to create a pudding-like texture. Soaking is actually preferred because the gel form slows digestion even further and may improve mineral absorption. A 2019 study in the Journal of Food Science found that soaking chia seeds for at least 2 hours significantly increased the accessibility of their mineral content during simulated digestion. And now we arrive at the number 1 seed, the one that outperforms every other entry on this list by a wide margin and has research behind it that may genuinely change how you think about magnesium forever. Number 1. Pumpkin seeds. This is the seed that started this entire conversation, and once you see the numbers, you will understand why. A single quarter cup of pumpkin seeds, which is also called pepitas, contains an extraordinary 190 milligrams of magnesium. That is nearly 50% of the daily recommended intake in one small handful. No other commonly available seed even comes close to this concentration. And remember what we said at the beginning about magnesium oxide pills having only 4% bioavailability. The magnesium in pumpkin seeds is bound to organic acids and amino acids that your body recognizes and absorbs with dramatically higher efficiency. A 2015 study in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition confirmed that Food Matrix magnesium consistently outperformed supplemental magnesium in raising intracellular magnesium levels, which is the measurement that actually matters for your health. But the research on pumpkin seeds specifically is what makes this truly remarkable. A 2021 clinical trial published in the journal Complementary Therapies in Medicine studied postmenopausal women who consumed 30 grams of pumpkin seed powder daily for 8 weeks. The results showed significant reductions in fasting blood sugar, meaningful decreases in inflammatory markers, including C-reactive protein, and measurable improvements in self-reported sleep quality. All from a seed you can buy at any grocery store or grow in your own garden. The sleep connection deserves special attention here. Pumpkin seeds are one of the richest natural sources of tryptophan, an amino acid your brain converts into serotonin and then into melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that regulates your sleep-wake cycle. A 2005 study published in Nutritional Neuroscience found that consuming tryptophan-rich seeds alongside a small amount of carbohydrate before bed significantly reduced the time it took participants to fall asleep and improved overall sleep quality scores. When you combine that tryptophan with the high magnesium content, which itself relaxes muscles and calms the nervous system, you have a natural sleep support combination that addresses the problem from two different biological angles simultaneously. The zinc content in pumpkin seeds is also exceptionally high, providing about 2.5 milligrams per quarter cup. Zinc is critical for immune function, wound healing, and testosterone maintenance in older men. A 2016 study in the Journal of Nutrition found that marginal zinc deficiency, which is common in adults over 60, was associated with measurably impaired immune cell function that improved rapidly once zinc status was corrected. Now for the growing part, and this is where pumpkin seeds truly earn their place at number 1 on our list. Pumpkin plants are legendary self-seeders. If you have ever composted a pumpkin and found mysterious vines erupting from your compost pile the following spring, you already know this firsthand. Each pumpkin contains hundreds of seeds. You plant a few seeds in a sunny spot with decent soil in late spring, and by autumn, you have multiple large fruits, each one packed with more seeds than you could possibly eat. The vines spread aggressively and can cover large areas with minimal care. Let one pumpkin decompose in your garden bed over winter and you will have volunteer plants appearing every year without replanting. For eating, raw pumpkin seeds retain the most magnesium and zinc. You can also roast them at 300 degrees for about 20 minutes with a light coating of olive oil and sea salt, which only minimally affects the mineral content. Soaking them overnight in salted water before roasting removes some phytic acid and makes them crunchier. Eat them as a snack, add them to grain bowls, toss them into homemade trail mix, or blend them into pesto. 2 tablespoons a day gives you consistent magnesium intake that most supplements simply cannot match. So there you have it. 5 seeds that contain more magnesium than the pills sitting in most medicine cabinets. 5 seeds that our grandparents and their grandparents before them grew without thinking twice about it. Sunflower seeds for their vitamin E and effortless abundance. Sesame seeds for their calcium partnership and ancient reliability. Flax seeds for their omega-3 power and blood sugar benefits. Chia seeds for their incredible fiber and gel-forming magic. And pumpkin seeds sitting at the very top, delivering nearly half your daily magnesium in a single handful while helping you sleep better, fight inflammation, and protect your immune system. Every single one of these seeds can be grown at home. Every single one reseeds itself season after season. They cost almost nothing once established. They require no prescription, no doctor visit, and no confusing supplement label. They are real food doing what real food has always done, quietly keeping us healthy when we let it. If this information was helpful to you, please hit that subscribe button so you do not miss what is coming next. We have much more like this on the way. Thank you so much for watching.